World Championships a first-timer. She said she said a lot of wows. It didn't matter what her coaches said to her, you have to experience it for yourself.
Here we go.
Right off the top.
Back to the full. Beautifully done.
Natasha's mission right now is finish strong.
Finish would be good because we haven't seen really anybody do a routine at all like this so far. Shawn Johnson was fabulous, but fall off the beam, and fabulous definitely comes out of the equation.
Marta Karolyi is looking for toughness. She's looking for athletes that can stay on this 4-inch wide balance beam in big events like this.
Team USA right now is very, very deep gymnastics team. Carol Orchard from Canada, head coach there, described these 5 girls that competed at the American Cup as bionic. Just can't believe how focused, how strong they all are. Double pike.
Energy to the floor exercise, and Tim, you can almost hear the coaches saying, I don't like to see the mistake, but it does allow me to see what you look like after the mistake.
That's for sure.
Let's go. Right off the top.
Back with a full, and she does an Arabian later, and here, beautiful dismount.
It's almost the full length of the beam. Nicely done.
Gymnastics 101, stick the landing.
Okay, there's a little emotion. There's a smile.
Her score in a moment. Back over to parallel bars, and this is Jonathan Horton, who for the first few rotations had the lead, then that was taken away by Deviatovsky of Russia. He needs a 15.6 to take the lead back.
Doable? Oh, very doable. He did exactly that just yesterday in the qualifying for this competition. Had a little bit of a landing deduction.
He's from Houston, Texas. Had a great 2006. Won this event, won the NCAA All-Around Championship for Oklahoma, and now is with the American team, getting set for the big one.
He tells us, though, that his experience at Worlds, he so badly wants to erase that memory.
Hey, Tim, you have to explain that. The United States finished 13th. If that were to happen again at this year's World Championships,
there would be no U.S. men's team competing at the Olympic Games, which would be devastating.
And you know, Jonathan can't quite figure out what happened exactly at the World Championships. All he said is he came back and said, that can never, never happen again.
He says he blames himself and he fuels his motivation every single day. So far, this is going very well. We'll do one more release heel right here, this one in the tuck position. He's getting encouragement from a guy who knows, Rustem Sharapov, one of his coaches here, Olympic gold. I'd say that's going to be enough to put him in the lead. There he is, Coach Rustem Sharapov.
nice to see the sportsmanship that exists at an event like this. A lot of unity with the Team USA women. Jonathan Horton flexes his American Cup muscles again.
My coach, his new baby Cooper. My parents. My girlfriend Haley, I love you. Wow, you got that.
He's got a little bling in him.
One more. Let's do it.
He said he's learned more than he's ever learned at the World Championships in all his 16 years of gymnastics. And one thing that impressed him is how every
Tasha Kelly. Her score was a huge one, a 16.25 on the beam.
Well deserved.
Now to Elsa Garcia, the best all-around gymnast we've ever seen from Mexico. From Monterrey, she has a chance with her coach, Elfie. Let her rip. What's his name?
Love his name, Jose Antonio Martinez Barraza. He was great to speak with. In fact, yesterday he told us the one thing he does with this athlete is he stays out of her face. He read 60 pages of a book in the prelim competition.
And today he's got a magazine. Yikes. So every athlete besides Natasha Kelly has had
A fall or a major wobble.
this. When we asked them how important this is, he kind of laughed, and we didn't know if he meant, well, the American Cup, it's not that important, it's hard to win. But he said, no, the American Cup, he said, this is the most important thing she's ever done. This is bigger than competing at a World Championships.
He's very proud of what Mexico is doing for their national team. In fact, right now in place they have a group of young athletes who look very similar to Elsa. He said they're preparing for 2012.
I think with that mistake earlier, I don't think it's possible for her to take the lead. But if you ask them, would you sign up for top 3? They would have before coming.
She's a quality athlete. She has beautiful lines. She has great skills. Just can't have the balls or the wobbles.
Sticks that leg right out in front to prevent putting the hands down. That was close.
So that is going to do it for the men. They're through their 5th rotation. For the women, the final rotation goes to the floor exercise, and the men go to the most explosive apparatus there is, the high bar. Shawn Johnson holding on to the lead here at the 2007 Tyson American Cup. Welcome back to Jacksonville, Florida, with a pretty snazzy set on the parallel bars. Jonathan Morton has reclaimed the lead in this American Cup, trying to defend what he won in this event last year in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Now, Maxime Deviatovsky is going to go first on floor exercise. Jonathan Morton second to last, so that sets up a pretty interesting showdown. And Takuya Nakase is a little bit on the outside of this, looking in. Men will be on high bar, the women will be on the floor. And what a job by Natasha Kelly to get back into second place, overcoming what happened on the uneven bars. And Shawn Johnson remains in front of her teammate, 0.35. Shawn Johnson, the 15-year-old, making her senior debut in this Tyson American Cup. So what do you expect to see happen here, Tim, as we start things off with the men's story on the high bar?
Well, between Deviatovsky and Morton, there's no question that 0.15, it means nothing. In the days of the 10.0, yeah, it was a little bit closer, they both hit, but nowadays it's absolutely nothing. What it comes down to is you got to grab the bar, and if they're both to hit, I got to give it to Jonathan Morton. He has one of the most difficult high bar routines in the world. Super hard elements from start to finish, but you gotta grab the bar.
Jonathan said that he wasn't quite sure what he's going to do with his dismount, whether he'll play it safe or he'll go for the triple. He's a little up in the air on that.
I'd say a lot of that has to do with what happens
With this guy.
in the next few minutes with Max. Really, personally, I'm very happy to see the Russians back. They really, in the last few years, have struggled. For them to not place at the top in any championships was such a shocker.